All right, welcome back. Today, we're diving into a text that's, get this, over 1,000 years old. But you know what? Its message about mindfulness and spiritual discipline, it feels like it could have been written yesterday. It's called Qut al-Qulub, which translates to the Nourishment of Hearts, and that's exactly what we're going to explore. So let's just start with this one question because it really frames everything we're about to talk about. What if your daily routine, the whole chaotic rush, what if it was designed not just for productivity, but to actually nourish your very heart? Sounds kind of radical, right? Well, this ancient guide lays out a blueprint for doing exactly that. Okay, so where do we even begin? Well, the book starts with the foundation, the external stuff. It lays out this incredibly specific, structured rhythm for your entire day, literally from the moment you wake up till your head hits the pillow. And look, this isn't about scheduling meetings or hitting deadlines. The day is structured around moments of connection. So it all starts with dawn prayer and remembrance. Then throughout the day, you have these moments for supplications. The afternoon is for contemplation. There's even this special time carved out between sunset and night for prayer, before you finally close out the day with night prayer. It's this beautiful, complete cycle. But, and this is super important, this daily structure is not just some spiritual to-do list you check off. Think of it more like a training ground. It's the physical workout, right? The reps you put in to prepare your inner self for something way, way deeper. So once that external framework is in place, this is where things get really interesting. The whole focus pivots inward. The journey stops being about what you do and starts being about what you become. And that right there is the real arena. So you can see how this works, right? The outward actions, prayer, recitation, fasting, those are the tools. They're what you do. But the whole point, the inward goal, is what happens on the inside because of them. We're talking about purifying the heart, resisting negative desires, and finding this, well, the text calls it a sweetness in the practice itself. It's all about gaining real insight. Okay, so what do we even mean by the heart here? We're obviously not talking about the organ pumping blood. In this context, the heart is the seat of your consciousness. It's the absolute core of who you are. And get this image. It's a battleground. It's like a king, and its soldiers are these huge forces. Knowledge, faith, your mind, your desires, and they're all fighting for control. And that metaphor keeps going. Just like metal, the heart can get corroded. The author uses this really powerful image. Negative actions or sins are like rust that just starts to cover the heart, making it dull. Every time something wrong is done, a little black spot appears. And if you keep going, those spots spread until the whole thing is covered. But, and here's the beautiful part, remembrance, that conscious act of turning your attention back to the divine, that's the polish. That's what scrubs the rust away and makes the heart bright and clear again. So this whole process of polishing the heart, of cleaning off that rust, it's all in preparation for something. It's getting the heart ready for its real food, its true nourishment, a very specific kind of knowledge. And the text is really clear on this. There are two kinds of scholars, two ways of using knowledge. On one side, you have these scholars of the world. These are the folks who use religion to get famous, to gain status, to feed their ego. But then you have these scholars of the hereafter. They're coming from a totally different place, a pure heart in mind. They have this certainty that makes hard things feel easy. And I love this line. Their spirits are attached to a higher place. And this quote from the book just nails it. Knowledge is not what is contained in the rain, but rather what is retained in the chest. Wow. So it's not about how many books you read or how much information you can download into your brain, like rain from the sky. It's about what actually sticks, what takes root deep inside you, in your heart. And that right there is the key, the whole point. This kind of knowledge isn't about collecting facts for a trivia night. True knowledge, according to this guide, changes you. It's transformative. It literally alters who you are. It's not just about knowing more, it's about becoming more. Okay, so let's put it all together. You've got the daily discipline, you've got the polishing of the heart, and you've got this pursuit of true transformative knowledge. So where does all this lead? Well, it all builds up to one ultimate goal, a final state of being. And that ultimate goal is a state the book calls certainty. So what does that actually feel like? Well, you start to find that sweetness we talked about in your daily practice. Your heart literally feels like it's filled with light. You experience these moments of opening up, this real tenderness inside. And I mean, how poetic is this? It says you start to see the unseen from behind a thin veil. Your faith stops being just an idea, and it becomes this living, breathing reality. And this quote just captures that experience so perfectly.
It's talking about people deep in night prayer, and yeah, some are crying out, some are groaning, they're putting in serious effort. But the result isn't just being tired. The result is finding that tenderness and sweetness in their own hearts. The hard work, the journey itself, becomes this incredibly beautiful reward.
And that really brings us to the core message of this whole thing. The point of this 1,000-year-old guide isn't to get some trophy at the end of a really long, hard race. No. The goal is the state you find yourself in during the practice. That feeling of peace, of connection, of inner calm, that's the destination. The journey itself becomes the destination. So, let's end where we started, with a question for you to think about. In our world today, which is so focused on outward success, the job title, the car, what you can show off, what's the actual value of a quiet, unseen inner journey like this one? What is that worth? Something to chew on. Thanks for digging into this with me.